Hi, Kate. My name is Gretchen, and Zachary actually asked me to do a reading for you. So he said that you are a Taurus, and he is a Virgo, so that is a good match, historically speaking. I'm going to burn some Palo Santo real quick. And I'm just going to, since this is a long distance reading, it's recorded, that kind of thing, you're not in front of me, which obviously is the most ideal. I'm just going to keep you on here while I shuffle, so bear with me. Wow, my Palo Santo. Okay. Guess the room is pretty cleansed. It doesn't even want to light, so that's good. So we're going to do a Celtic Cross, the general spread here, and see what comes out. I did see that you highlighted love, forgiveness, career, so we'll see what comes out. And he did not give me your exact date of birth, I don't believe. I believe I just made you're a Taurus, which is fine because really we don't need to delve too deep into, you know, anything other than that. I don't think. Okay. Let me cut the deck. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start off here. And these are such big cards that I love them, and they resonate really well for me, but they're just ridiculously huge. But that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it together here. Okay. So first off, Kate. Oh man, where did I put my? Okay. All right. Well, it wants to be difficult here. Okay. So in your current situation, you have the Knight of Swords. So we got air energy here. Knight of Swords crossed by the Three of Cups. So some interesting energy there. Knight of Swords is upright. So usually for me, the knights represent people. Doesn't have to be gender specific, but the Knight of Swords is about communication, but it's hasty communication. It's also somebody, you're dealing with somebody who's extremely opinionated. So we're going to move on a little bit more of your spread, but I feel this is somebody else that you're dealing with. Love interest, perhaps. Who's the one that's paying me for this reading? But anyways, yeah, he's coming across as the Knight of Swords, like very opinionated, but very communicative as well, like intellectually stimulating. Okay, so that part we like definitely. And Virgos are really opinionated, so that does make sense. What's crossing you is the Three of Cups. So Three of Cups is the card of celebration. It could possibly be coming out of a third-party situation, but it's upright. So it's about friendship, happiness, community, and celebration. And it's definitely in regards to this Knight of Swords, which is, I believe, your love interest here. Again, feel a little bit of third party, and maybe. But whatever it is, it seems like it's resolved itself, and it's on to happiness. This is the current situation. Beautiful thing is, what's on your mind, you have the Four of Wands. Now, in the traditional tarot, the Four of Wands is the 1111 card. It is the marriage, domestic partner, bliss card. When it shows up in a reading, particularly when love is on the table, which it is, and this is what's heavily on your mind. So this is something you're heavily focused on. It's not only something that you want, but it's something that you're manifesting, something that you want to bring in and snare and keep. So I love this, and I love the placement of this card. Very good, very auspicious for love and even forgiveness, as you say, because it's kind of like, you know what, this is what I really, 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 really want. And you've been thinking a lot about it because it's on your subconscious, it's on your brain. In your recent past, you have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups, to me, is about a lot of choices. Not always, they're usually choices that involve heavy emotion, or at least emotions are involved with them. So it can also be about like illusions and a lot of imagination, daydreaming, choices, fantasy, not maybe knowing the full story. It's better that it's upright because, and it's also in the past. So possibly some choices, maybe some not for your highest good. Some people wearing, false masks, presenting themselves in ways that they aren't. That's not the truth. But luckily that energy is in your past. It does kind of, even though it's in your past, it's pervasive, right? Throughout what you're going to do moving forward. Because then, moving forward, you have the Strength card. That's a card of Leo. But the Strength card, in your near future, it's a major arcana. So it's basically what doesn't destroy me makes me stronger. So any kind of heartache and heartbreak that I see, and again, it's like, it's not, there appears to be healing and moving on from it. And so in the future, that's no exception. You have the Strength card upright in the near future, which obviously is, about triumph and conclusion and patience and compassion, courage, energy, being empowered. So that's all good. And that's moving forward. You do have that little infinity sign. And again, what I said about the manifesting what you want, which is a happy, stable environment, love life. I don't see any pentacles yet. So we're pretty much dealing with love life situation. We will see if anything comes up on the career, but this is what I have for you currently, what's going on, and a little bit of background. So next card I have for, oh, nope, I'm sorry. We didn't go over the Queen of Swords. I'm sorry. Foundation of your spread. You have the Queen of Swords. So what's interesting is you have the Knight of Swords there, okay? Which I told you was somebody who's very opinionated, but very intellectually stimulating, blah, 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 right? Foundation for your spread is the Queen of Swords. So it's equally, she's about being independent, perceptive, organized. And this is the foundation for your spread. So, and she's reversed. So you might at this point, this could be possibly, I think this is a life thing, not just work, but this is maybe feelings of codependency, a little bit of feelings of codependency, a little bit of disorganized thinking, disorganized maybe in your personal space, just a little bit of disorganization, which I know Taurus don't, I mean, us earth signs like things to be organized. So that is causing a little bit, but what I'm getting from this a lot is codependency. So I hope that resonates with you. I almost moved on without dealing with this Queen of Swords. How you see yourself. We have the King of Cups. Again, not gender specific, but the King of Cups, this is how you see yourself. You see somebody who has a lot of love to give, very abundant, emotional, but you're able to show some emotional restraint, very charming, very generous. Not necessarily somebody, I think there's some confliction here because, we do have the Queen of Swords that's coming out. This is your inner self. But how you see yourself is, very charming, generous. You do attract people to you. So there's a lot of attraction from the outside to you. Okay. How other people see you is the Death card. So the Death card is reversed, and the Death card is, they see you as a very unique and challenging individual. I feel like with the Death card reversed, it's somebody who is definitely, I mean, stubborn, but just somebody who's very resistant. So other people kind of see you as like just somebody that's different than the rest, stands out from the rest, but very kind of play hard to get, very hard to get to know, unless you really know them. That's kind of how other people see you. In your hopes and fears, you have the Temperance card. All right. Lots of major arcana over on this side, not so much over here. Well, except the Strength card. And the Strength card is showing up where it counts. So, your hopes and fears, you have the Temperance card. And I feel like with the Temperance card, your fear is you don't want to rush into things. Because what happens when you rush into things and don't get the full story, then I feel like that leaves you kind of feeling codependent or disorganized or whatever. So, or imbalanced, out of balance. So, and the Temperance is reversed. So harmony is being challenged, self-confidence, and this is again a fear. Moderation. I'm also getting from this card here that what can make this, because it came out this way, what can make this make you feel more balanced is meditation. So, especially with the yin and yang, because we do have the yin and yang. So this is possibly to do with you're feeling a little bit fearful and also hopeful of the soulmate connection. But there's a lot of meditation that you need to do on this, because I feel like codependency is an issue. And I also feel like you just don't want to get disorganized. You don't want to get ahead of yourself. You don't want things to be chaotic. So meditation is a message for you. Your final outcome, yes, is the Wheel of Fortune. So you have 3 major arcana in a row. So the Wheel of Fortune, obviously, is for me, it's the karmic wheel. It's about an ending and a new beginning, but it's more than just an ending and new beginning in this life. It's karma. So the relationship that you're currently in and experiencing is probably one that is karmic, but not, and this actually should be, this came up upright. So, it's not, it's a past life thing. I shouldn't say karmic, because a karmic partner is somebody who can be toxic. This is more of a situation where you guys have known each other in the past. And I mean past life. Okay, usually when I see the Wheel of Fortune and we have a lot of like, this is basically a love reading. It's about destiny, something beyond your influence. And it's very fortuitous because it's about good fortune. I mean, it's coming out in your outcome. And so I think that's beautiful. No pentacles on here. So, fortunately or unfortunately, it was just that message, like you were saying before, is that universe is, that's not what, you need to hear. The the key words that I'm getting for you are codependency and meditation. But other than that, I mean, very powerful stuff, especially on this side with the Temperance. I mean, definitely soulmate energy. I mean, if you look at this, it's like a twin flame soulmate type of energy. And when I do see the Queen of Swords too, when she's reversed like this, it is about healing. There's some healing that needs to take place, some kind of wound. How deep is it? I mean, I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to take a clarifier here on the Queen of Swords, because I do kind of want to see, because I do feel this is some codependency, some healing that needs to take place. Let me go ahead and take a clarifier on the Queen of Swords. I'm getting a different deck. Okay, cool. So we have the Sun card. Sun card came out reversed. So it's still a happy card. Just it's about being patient with yourself. Very positive. I feel like you're well on your way to healing. I mean, the Sun heals. Yeah. So not surprised. You got the 5 of Cups reversed. So it's about grief. I'll turn it up right. And what's nice is it's about healing from grief. So obviously this gentleman is focused on the 3 spilt cups, not noticing that he's got the 2 of Cups right here, which the 2 of Cups is another indication of a soulmate connection, which you have the 4 of Wands, which is the soulmate card, and you also have the 2 of Cups, that you are coming out of this grief period, but there is some healing that needs to take place, but you're on the right path, because obviously follow the Sun, right? And the Sun heals. The Sun has very healing properties to it. So you're on your way, but there, like I said, there's going to leave some, I don't want to say it's going to leave some scars, but there's a wound there, So I don't know, this flew out here. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So, I mean, I know you are in a relationship, but hey, you know, it's still a nice affirmation that's saying that, hey, you know, you're with the right person. Stay optimistic about it. I put it over the strength card, which is about manifestation also. Act as if. But yeah, and you are already well on your way to healing. I see that. So, other thing that came out, oh, yes. Yes, girl. So, soulmate. Beautiful. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, so we don't need to take anymore. And that's basically what this reading has been about. So, I love it. I'm going to pull a couple more. I'm going to pull a couple more oracle cards, and then I think we're good. Please reach out either to me or Zachary if you do need any clarification on anything. Like I said, there's not a pentacle to be found on here, so this isn't a message that you need to hear, apparently. This is more about you. It's very personal, and it's also about love, for sure. So I'm going to pick a goddess card out for you. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I feel like 5. So you got Demeter. And she, I believe, is Greek. So I got to read about her. Demeter, harvest. Yeah, she's a Greek goddess. You've planted the seeds, you've put in the work, and now it's time to harvest your rewards from the universe, which is what I said about the manifest, right? A strength card in the near future. Goddess of harvest and hearth, Demeter is here to help usher in abundance that you've been working toward. So that possibly could be a nod towards your career, like don't even worry about it. It's not even an issue. Don't have to worry about it. However it resonates with you. But it's kind of funny because as I was talking and thinking, oh, there's no pentacles on here, she came out. So, but it's, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be about money, but basically universe is saying, abundance is headed your way. You're on the right path. So finally, I'm going to pull a Flower of the Night Oracle card for a final message. Okay. Intimacy. Evening Star. Okay. Again, this is all about a soulmate connection, an intense, loving, graceful, 5D soulmate connection. There's several cards that indicate that. Okay. So, intimacy. Sharing of feelings in a safe and close relationship are highlighted. You may find yourself drawn to someone with a deepening of emotions between you. This energy relates to romantic relationships as well as friendships. A passion, a cause, hobby, or path is also indicated by the evening star flower. And you may find yourself more involved or even find something rather special in these areas. Validation is a very strong factor at present, both seeking it and receiving it. And like I said, like the validation, I did sense some codependency. That doesn't mean that, validation isn't required. So that's just a little side note. But so make sure your confidence is in check and not completely invested in the opinions of others. Mind your actions connected with intimate relationships. There is a risk of becoming too dependent, and your self-respect can come under a bit of battering while trying to please others. So your affirmation is, it is safe to draw closer. So yes, I did, as soon as I started doing the spread, that's the message I got was about codependency. So just be careful of it. I also wanted to, you can't see this on my little altar, but this is the Taurus card. So Kate, I hope this resonates with you. I enjoyed doing your reading. Please reach out to me or have Zachary reach out to me if you have any questions. And I thank you.